we're going to walk through some queries to do basic ED visit analytics. So this board shows each rectangle is a query. Each green rectangle is a query. These yellow rectangles are tables in the Tuva project. So let's start with the core.encounter table. So the core.encounter table has all encounters. In this table here, we grab all ED encounters, both ED encounters that are standalone ED encounters that did not lead to an inpatient admission, and ED encounters that did lead to an inpatient admission. In a previous video, I talked about how there's those two kinds of ED encounters and how to grab them from the core.encounter table. So this table has all ED encounters. We also add a couple of extra fields. So we have all the fields from core.encounter, but we also have a year-month field. The encounter table doesn't have a year-month field. We saw in a previous video that the encounter table has an encounter start date from which we can add this column year-month for the encounter. That doesn't come out of the box in the table. And so we add a year-month field. We add a flag called solo ED encounter. This is a binary flag, 0 or 1. It's 1 when the ED encounter is a standalone encounter, and 0 when it's an encounter that led to an inpatient admission. And we add a flag called year-month has member months. This is a 0 or 1 flag that says if there was enrollment for any members in that year month, if there were member months that were not null. From the financial PMPM payer table, we can group by data source and year month, and basically for each value of data source and year month, we count how many member months we have. That's because that financial PMPM table, the PMPM payer table, has one row for every year month, for every distinct value of year month, payer, and data source. But really we want one row for every distinct value of year month and data source, because the encounter table doesn't have payer, it only has data source. So for every data source and year month value, we count how many member months we have, and then we use this count of member months to see if there was enrollment for any given year month. And so we can calculate, with that information, we can calculate this flag that tells us if a particular year month had member months. So here we have all the ED encounters. Then we can answer questions just from that table about ED encounters in general. We can look at the average length of stay, for example, or any question of interest just from querying that table. We can also count number of ED encounters by year month. So in this table here, this is what we're doing. We're just grouping by year month and data source and counting how many ED encounters of different types exist for that particular value of data source and year month. Solo ED encounters leading to an inpatient admission, and total ED encounters. So this table counts ED encounters trending over time. This table is the exact same table, but it also adds PKPY metrics. So it takes member month counts from this table, and it uses that to calculate ED encounters PKPY, as well as raw counts. So here we have all the fields from the previous table where we have the raw counts, but we also have counts PKPY for different types of ED encounter. Solo ED encounters and encounters with admission, with inpatient admission. This table here is just calculating metrics for the entire time period in our data set for which there was enrollment. That is, for all year months for which there was member enrollment, we calculate metrics for that entire time period. Here we have metrics trending over time and metrics for the entire time period. So any of these tables can be queried to answer different questions about our data.